Hey guys, welcome back. So this is the next project. This is actually my brother's 1973 Chevy C10 pickup. This is I think this is a camper special. So my uncle originally told my brother, because my uncle actually gave this truck to my brother with the caveat of being that it has to stay within the family, so he can't sell it and he can't give it away, because my grandfather, my mom's side, gave this truck to my uncle, and so then he just passed it on to my brother, and then my brother put in a bunch of work to restore it. So for a long time, this thing had, when my uncle had it, it just had like the patina look to it, like a light blue paint job. That was the original color. My brother had it repainted. This is the Grand Sport Corvette blue color, I think from the C6. I think that's the last time that Grand Sport was released. So this is what the blue color is from. He's done a bunch of stuff to it. So he's got 20-inch wheels on it. Front and rear disc brakes. He upgraded the sway bars on this thing. He has tubular front control arms, I believe, on here, and I forget what else is on this truck here, but this is the camper special, and so this has the long bed on it. So this bed's this thing is a beast. You can put a lot of stuff in here. He had the front end, the back, with that rhino liner kind of stuff on here. He just took that rear piece I can polish behind the bed here. It goes right here. He's got LED taillights on this thing. I forget what else he put on this stuff here. Like I said, after a while you kind of lose track of the stuff that he did, because he had it here for a while and then we worked on it together. I'm trying to show you the inside here. So we needed to order new chrome door handles, new chrome mirrors on here. We need to fix the alignment on the door, so we're probably going to see if we can fix that. My uncle never addressed that issue. So what he did for the interior, he changed all the door panels to black. Like I said, the original color was light blue, so he changed all the door panels to black. All the dash is also black. The only piece that's original is that wood trim back there. He has this bench seat that my uncle gave him. We don't know where it came from, which vehicle it came from, but my brother had it redone in black vinyl and that blue houndstooth material. And then for his cluster gauge here, this is a I forget who makes this one, but it has the analog look to it, but it also has a digital display here, because it's got the adjustable buttons down here somewhere, or here, and you can cycle through the menu to kind of adjust some things here. And then he's got his radio in there, which just has Bluetooth on it, so you can use his phone. He does have, I forget which other programmer he has. He has this little Phytech screen here, which he doesn't have plugged in at the moment. So yeah, he was doing some stuff to this yesterday. I'm just gonna close that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you the bottom. I guess I could. He replaced the front chrome bumper, so this one has the fog lights on it. The original chrome bumper was starting to get pitted, so we replaced that. And then if we pop open this beast here, you can see that the modern motor he has in here, I believe this is a 5.3 motor that came out of, I don't know where he bought it from. Let's see if this gives you better lighting. I forget where he bought this engine from, but he bought the engine and the transmission. Of course, he had to make a custom intake. He's got the Phytech EFI intake on this thing, so he did a bunch of stuff to this truck. So this thing sounds really good and it runs really good on here. So that's the truck that I'm working on. I'll just lower this a bit here, and I'm going to give you a condition of, actually after he had it repainted and it sat for a while, I ended up just doing a polishing step, and I put a Shine Supply beadlock on top of it. And beadlock was on the paint for like 2 years. So on the side it was looking good, and then he decided to do all this engine stuff to swap out the engine. So then the truck sat underneath his carport. Well, because it sat underneath his carport, I think you guys can actually, I don't know if you guys can actually see this. It might be getting washed out. There you go. See all those water spots on here? So he had that carport, and it was just sitting on top of all those water spots etched into the paint. So some of these are not coming out. You can see another one right here. So because let it sit for so long, now the etching's pretty bad. So just gonna, and also just going to give you an idea of the condition of the paint here. And you can see all those water spots in here. What I did is I did Copper Spotless 2.0 on the other side here, and then kind of just take some of the mineral rings around it. There's some deeper scratches in here. Again, this is not a show truck. We're just making it look prettier and get some of those out. So these areas here needed some compounding. It does have a little bit of the ghosting effect from the hazing from the NSP polishes, but for the most part it came off, you know, those pieces on here, so it looks really good. So I've actually done this side here, and I'll show you what I used here. I used so like I said, those water spots I used Spotless 2.0 first, and then I used NSP 150 on an Americana Global foam cutting pad, and then I used NSP 45 on a Rupes white yellow pad. And so that's the finish that it left me with, was right here. So this part's completely compounded and polished, and this is going to be a full paint correction, so this is compound polish. And then the roof up here has already been compounded and polished. So I'm going to be working on the other side and the sides today. And the benefit to this truck is it's all flat surfaces. There's not all these crazy curves. I don't have to worry about that. The only thing that's has the curves on it was this aftermarket hood, because it's got the 2 scoops on here. So my brother's eventually going to replace this with the factory hood, but for now he just, because my uncle didn't give it to him, he's just using this for now. And this one's kind of flimsy. So that's pretty much it. I've actually already polished out the glass with McKee's glass restore polish, and I used the PNS view coating for glass, and I think that's about it. So the coating I'm going to put on this paint here is I'm going to put the McKee's 37 Graphene Pro 2.0. So this is brand new coating from McKee's. So I'm going to put this guy on there. So that's pretty much it. So I'm going to get back, set back up here, and then I guess I just want to give you guys an introduction to the project here. Pretty like I said, it's really nice to work on this because the paint's not super hard. It's like in the medium, but all flat surfaces. Like I said, not that many curves, so I don't have to kind of keep changing my my tools out. I can just use my 15mm orbit and just go from there. But you can see there's still a lot of defects in here from like when you originally had it painted. So again, it's not a show truck. We're just making it look better so that he can actually just enjoy it and just drive it. So and this is pretty much going to be the finishing touches to his project to get this going. So I just want to give you guys a quick walk around of the truck, and then I'll bring you back for probably just the final walk around. I may show you the test spot. Actually, I already did the spot here, but I may just show you a video on the actual area here, correcting that, and then I could just give you a quick like B-roll of applying the coating, because I'm actually gonna do a separate video on that coating, and then I'll just give you a final walk around of this. The wheels, I'm going to polish the face of the wheels as well, and I'm going to put the graphene 2.0 coating on the wheels, and then I don't know what I'm going to put on the tires yet. So that's pretty much it. I'll be polishing the chrome as well, and I'm probably going to put the same coating on there as well. I'm going to use the same coating everywhere. It's 60 milliliters of coating, plenty. It's a single layer coating. I can do this entire truck twice and still have a little bit of coating left over. So that's the plan. Let me get right back to it. Hey guys, welcome back. So follow up on the truck here. I actually already applied Spotless 2.0 on here because there's lots of water spots on this thing. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use NSP 150, which is the Dr. Beasley's heavy cut, what do they call this thing? Heavy cut primer. It's basically their compound, and I'm using an Americana Global yellow foam cutting pad. So when I first primed this, I normally just do a couple drops. I normally just space out the product here, just to put it on the face. You don't need a lot of product with Dr. Beasley's stuff on here, so I normally just prime it like that, and then from here on out it's just one drop here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the cord over my shoulder here, and I'll work this area right here just to kind of show you the type of cutting that this can do. And with this product, what I've been doing is I've been going real slow to cut, and then with the 45, it's it's a lot faster to polish out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just dab this. I blew out my pad, but there's still dust in this from the cleaner, so that's okay. So again, I'm just gonna work a small section here just to show you the initial, because like I said, I've already done half the hood. This is gonna be the test spot on camera. Because I did 3 section passes because I was actually losing the product's already broken down here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow that compound dust off this. And that's not dust from the product. It's dust from that stays in the pad from that pad cleaner. So if you break it down enough, like I said, I didn't put too much here in the first pass. It comes off really easy. This is 150, which is the compound, and we'll take a look at our initial cut here. Get some of this dust out of here. Okay, so that's that. I have the scan grip here, and so here's what again. This is the before condition. I'm going to take you off the camera, my head here, so you can actually see the before condition here. Raise this up here. You can see that, and then here's the spot that I just corrected with NSP 150. Yes, there's deeper scratches. Could I get those out? I could chase those all day. I'm not going to chase those deeper rids in here, but I mean, you can see that the finish looks pretty darn good, and it's actually actually LSP ready. So here's the before condition once again, just to give you guys an idea. And then here's the after condition. I'm probably going to go over this one more time, kind of get some of these other trailers here because I didn't get down here. So I'll just go over it one more time, and then actually I should use the brighter setting just to give you guys an idea. Again, that's NSP 150. And so then, like I said, it's pretty much at this point LSP ready, so I can actually coat over this and be okay. So like I said, it depends on the paint. These NSPs can finish LSP ready, which stands for last step product, which is your wax, sealant, or coating. Since I'm going to be coating it, that's what I'm using these polishes for. But I want to just show you the capability that the 150 has, and then I'll come back and I'll show you the polishing step with 45, and then that's pretty much it, and then we'll go straight to coating after that. So again, thanks for watching. We'll be right back with the polishing step. Alright guys, welcome back. So I've already done the compounding step on this, and the hood looks a lot better. I actually ended up doing the finishing polish on this section here, and it looks it looks a lot better. I'm getting the ghosting effect from the 45. That's normal for these polishes to do it, but I mean the finish looks pretty darn good. If I bring the camera, the light over here, put on the brighter setting here. Yes, there's deeper, they're called RIDs, random isolated deeper scratches. I'm not going to be chasing. Those are just fingerprints right there. So I'm not going to be chasing those. So I'm just going to leave those on the paint there. Again, this truck's, he's probably going to use it for other things, so there's really no point to getting it completely, what do you call it, polished out where you have no scratches where you'd be, this is 98% defect free. Most of those water spots came out. There was a little bird dropping etching right here. I can actually see it. I used some 3000 grit. It made it look a little better, so it's not an eyesore. So now we're going to do an NSP 45 after 150. This is their finishing primer. This is going to create those anchor points. Actually, they all do, but it creates those anchor points for your coating. This is all I really need for the pad. And when you come to your finishing polish, you can actually work a larger area, and you can see that these products stay on the pad. They don't get absorbed into the pad because they're designed to just sit on top of the pad. And so just flip it over, and I'm just gonna dab this on here. And again, when you polish, your arm speed can go a little faster, and also your area that you work with here. So that's all there is to it. To finish this area, I'm going to go ahead and finish this little spot right here. And then I'll bring out the smaller tools so I can get to these sections here. Actually, this pad, I can do it no problem. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to put this down here for a second. That's all there is to it for doing the two-step with the NSP polishes. Again, pretty easy to wipe off. So here you go. If you're using 45 as a one-step, same thing with 95. If you're using it with a one-step, you want to break it down, probably like 4 to 5 section passes. And then it makes it for an easier wipe off. If you kind of just try to go like 1 or 2 section passes and it's still not broken down, it's going to be a little harder to wipe off. But you can see how easy it was. And I did like 3 section passes on there. I tilted the pad up here to get up, getting this curved with the LHR 15. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's it for the polishing step. I'm just going to go over, like these small areas with the smaller tools, and then the front lip here with the smaller tool. But that's pretty much it. That's NSP 150 and 45. Good combination. If I bring this back up here, it looks a lot better. I have a little bit of polish residue right there. I'm going over that little line there, but for the most part, it looks good. Like I said, it's like 95% defect free. Those water spots that were in there are now gone. There's a couple spots where they didn't come out, and they probably could come out with some wet sanding, but we're not gonna wet sand this thing. It just looks looks good as is. And of course the NSP 45 polish will start to have that ghosting effect. So that's the two-step with the NSP 150 and 45. I wanted to showcase that to kind of just give you guys an idea of how capable these products are from Dr. Beasley's. The 150 is on the table over there. How capable they are to correct, and the benefit is you don't need to do a panel wipe after these polishes, and that includes 150 and 95. You don't need to do a panel wipe. You can go straight to your coating of choice, and or your wax or your sealant. If you wanted to use these with wax and sealants, you certainly could, but I could go straight to a coating at this point and be done. So I'm just going to repeat the same process on the entire truck here. I just want to get the hood done first, because I'm actually going to coat this next, because I'm not going to come back to the surface here, because this hood is pretty massive. You know, I had to kind of lean over, so that's why I didn't polish out the fenders first, because I had to kind of lean over, and it was kind of difficult to even, you know, I'm 6'1". Yes, I can reach up here, but you know, rather than risk it, I did the hood first, and I come back and put the ceramic coating on here, and then I'll proceed with the sides here, and pretty much it. And then this truck is pretty much done, but it looks really good. It's really got a real nice finish to this thing. Once we pull it outside, it's gonna look even better. So just give you guys an idea of what the gloss levels look like. You guys saw what the hood looked like before, and yeah, this thing looks really good. So once we put the coating on there and the coating starts to cure, it's gonna look even better. And this is base coat, clear coat that I'm working with, because this truck's been has a custom paint job on it. It's the Corvette Grand Sport Blue. Again, base coat, clear coat, so we're going to just put a ceramic coating. If this was his show truck and it was single stage paint, probably just I'd probably still put a ceramic coating on it, because my brother likes having a ceramic coating on his vehicles. It's just easier for him to clean. But that's pretty much it. Again, two-step combination with 150 and 45. If you guys have any comments or questions on the NSP products from Dr. Beasley's, go ahead and post down below. I've been using these for a while now, and they work really well. Like I said, I haven't used regular other compounds and polishes in quite some time. I've been using the NSPs, and you know, depending on the pad you use, you can adjust the correction of that product. So you can put on cutting pads, microfiber pads. A little bit finicky on microfiber pads. I think they work better with foam pads versus microfiber pads, but you can get them to work on microfiber pads relatively easy. Like I could use 150 on a cutting pad, on a microfiber cutting pad, but it just number one, it runs cooler on the foam cutting pad, and I on this car I didn't need to go microfiber, but yeah, you can just use it on any pad. Microfiber cutting pads, microfiber one-step pads, microfiber finishing pads. And then of course you got all your different foam pads. So again, thanks for watching. If you guys have any comments or questions, again, go ahead and post down below. Again, I'm a big fan of this NSP surface primers. Again, you don't need a panel wipe, so I can go straight to a coating. They finish out really well. Don't worry about the hazing that comes back. That's normal. Just go over the paint real quick, wipe, and then go over with your coating, and that stuff will never come back again. So again, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.